I didn't think I'd be saying this for a while, but Kaiju Universe is more pay to win than ever before. You can make a case that 2 times missions is somewhat pay to win, since it gives an advantage to people who can pay for it, and you can also make a case that the EXP and G Cell boosters are also pay to win. And indeed, the EXP and G Cell boosters put players who can pay for the boosters at an advantage compared to those who cannot pay for those boosters. But today, I'm not really going to talk about any of that. Today's discussion has to deal with Evangelion Unit 1 causing the pay to win aspect of Kaiju Universe to increase. So here's the problem. Evangelion Unit 1 beats every single kaiju in the game's roster, except one. That kaiju is Frozen Behemoth. I made a video talking about how the quality of life update broke Frozen Behemoth's regen and turned it into a near invincible tank, which still has not been fixed by the way. And now that Evangelion Unit 1 has released, it became apparent that Frozen Behemoth is the only kaiju that can survive against Evangelion Unit 1. Yes, you heard me right. Survive. Not even counter Eva, since Eva can just run away with its 57 sprint speed. If you want proof for how Evangelion Unit 1 crushes everything, just look at how FDA destroys a Max Monster Zero, where the Monster Zero isn't even able to fly off the ground and barely does any damage, not even getting close to him as he ranges him to death with the gun and the spear. Take a look at this clip as well of me fighting FDA as a Burning Godzilla and just getting completely hard countered. So I think the problem is clear. A kaiju that beats pretty much every kaiju in the game is only unable to be a kaiju that costs Robux, which in turn costs real life money. Not to mention, Evangelion Unit 1 is quite easy to get since all of its requirements involve very strong kaijus that are effective even at low levels, and the overall pricing is quite easily obtainable since G cells have become much easier to get over time. So just think of this situation, where an easy to get kaiju that is overpowered and broken being everywhere in the game, and the fact that it beats every kaiju in the game except one that costs Robux, preventing free-to-play players from actually having an enjoyable experience in-game. To back this up, let's take a look at Kaiju Universe's player count less than 3 days after the update released. Kaiju Universe, for the first time in forever, has fallen below 5,000 players. Not only that, for many people in the United States, which accounts for a lot of Kaiju Universe's players, they don't have school for over a week due to spring break. Also consider the fact that this player count is way less than Kaiju Universe's player count on school days when there hadn't even been updates in literal weeks. A lot of the Kaiju Universe player base is just outraged. Evangelion Unit 1 has a very problematic conundrum. On the one hand, by announcing Evangelion Unit 1's requirements before the update releases, it satisfies the people who are mad that they don't have the requirements completed for endgame kaijus when they release. Now, on the other hand, it creates heavy usage of said kaiju, making it hell to play the game for people in every stage of the game, whether they are a seasoned player or a total beginner. That's pretty much all I wanted to rant about. Nerdy's Nuts signing off. Goodbye, chat.